Let's see if we can get something better out of the 35K packs. 35K packs normally treat me pretty well. These packs always give out for me for some reason. Hopefully that continues to be the case today. Moroccan right back. It is not Hakimi. Oh my God. The first thing you might notice when you click on today's video is the fact that I've only got 28,000 coins right now. And if you've been keeping up with my videos, you'll know I have quite a bit more than 28,000 coins normally. So where are those coins going? Division, rival, rewards, investments. It's too easy to make coins every single Wednesday night or Thursday morning, depending on where you are in the world. It's when the rivals rewards come out. In fact, they just came out a few minutes ago. So with that being said, I've invested all of my coins. And when I say all of my coins, I pretty much mean that literally, because we had 2.2 million before I started investing, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Edin Dzeko cards, 1, 2, 3 Fikayo Tomori cards, 1, 2, 3, 4 Wilfried Zaha cards, and then the rest of these guys, well, I didn't get the greatest division rival rewards. The best thing I got was Brozovic, so you're not missing anything there. That's why I didn't show him at the beginning of today's video. But nonetheless, I picked up these cards, 140, 143 is the most I got one for, 130 is the least amount I got one for. And then very similarly with Zaha, I got him for about 200,000 coins. So why do I invest in these cards? One big reason is because they're about to go out of packs, and Tomori, the inform, well, it already is out of packs right now, so that's a safer investment. It's going to be more of a slow burner, though. I think Tomori is going to rise and rise and rise over the next couple of days, especially with the demand for Weekend League. But with Dzeko and with Zaha, those cards are about to go out of packs tomorrow. The only thing I have to worry about is marquee matchups dropping later today. But that's not an issue because I plan on selling probably before the marquee matchups. Now, in previous weeks, we saw how well ones to watch cards did out of packs. We saw how well the road to the knockout cards did out of packs. In fact, a lot of those cards are still rising as we speak. But these rule breakers are a little bit different because they are not dynamic. These cards are going to stay 86 rated for Zaha for the rest of the year. They can't get an upgrade like the RTTKs can. So those cards we knew were going to do really well out of packs. We knew that. These cards I think should still do well out of packs just because some of them are that good and they are that usable. Some other ones might get outdated a little bit quicker. So I think that, with most of these guys, I'm going to go for some quick flips. I'm going to go for, maybe at most 72-hour investments. Now, as you guys can see, the Zaha in just about 15 minutes after rival rewards, he's already up to 214,000 coins and starting to get bought at 214,000 coins. And I haven't taken a look at Dzeko yet, but I know he was already on the way up the last time I looked at him. 147, 148, 149. Nope, that's another 148, maybe up for a snipe. 151, that's also gone. 152? Maybe 152. I think I could probably sell for more than that. There we go. 154 is what he's at now. So he's already risen about 14,000 coins since when we bought him. So a pretty good rise because at this price, we're only getting about 7, maybe 8,000 coin tax, which means that we're already profiting probably about 7K per card on average. So with those 6 Edin Dzekos, times 7, we're already making about 42,000 coins after tax. That is after tax already. And here's the thing, it's only been 15 minutes. I think we can give it a little bit more time to rise in price, but this is going to work every single week, guys. You've just got to find the guys that are in demand, that are usable in people's teams, and that might be already out of packs or going out of packs soon, that have people's attention. And the way I find cards that I know are going to be looked at, that I know people like to use, the way I find these cards is I go to Futbin. and I just go onto the front page of Futbin, and you'll be given for free information on what are people looking at right now. So as you can see, this front page of Futbin, it's the popular page. What are the cards that people are searching for the most? Right now, the most searched card is Erling Haaland. The second most searched card is Inform Neymar. Calvin Phillips is actually very searched right now, so I would just go out and assume, even though I haven't invested in him, that would have been a pretty good investment as well. But as you can see, both on the top page here, you've got Wilfred Zaha and you've got Edin Dzeko. And I know that they are very good cards in game. I know people want them in their teams. I know people are looking at them. They're looking at and figuring out their price. So they're very active cards on the market. The card you don't see here is Tomori. Tomori is a little bit of a different investment. That's a card that I'm not going to sell. That's a card that I'm going to hold on to for a little while. Now, he is actually, it looks like going up a little bit. I got him for 185, and he's been sitting at about 189. So he's risen like a couple K since what I bought him for, but he's been sitting at 189, 190 for a while. I'm really happy to see he's going up 3, 4, 5K just from these rival rewards because it's pushing cards up. The buying power goes up, the demand goes up, people need their weekend league teams, and this Tomori card, well, it's just going to be a card that looks so good out of packs. He was 165 at his lowest. That was when he was in packs for a couple days, and even while he was still in packs, he was already rising in price. And now that he's out of packs as of today or as of yesterday, the card has really started to rise because he was 184 in packs. Now he's up to 193. I think he's going to keep going up. I just don't see this card stopping anytime soon, given the fact that he's English. He's also in Serie A, so there's links there. People have been building teams with Milan, with Beneker's SBC, with Rafael Leao's Inform. So I think Tomori fits in really well with a lot of people's teams. And, I mean, you just can't deny those stats. 87 pace, 87 defense, 83 physicality. That is a very good card. And so I just think that that's going to be a pretty meta center back for the time being. And at 193,000 coins, it's affordable. It's not like the Neymar card that we just looked at on the front page. Neymar, in fact, I looked at him today. I wanted to make a flip with him. I decided against it, but I think I probably could have made about 100K on Neymar today. It's definitely very possible to make coins on those high-rated informs and high-rated special cards just because the lack of supply, okay? It only takes a couple cards to be bought, and that card flies up in price because there's just not that many on the market. So it's just as effective to invest in some of the big guys, but sometimes I like to go a little bit more in mass for some smaller cards because the return on investment can be a lot better, especially after tax. When we look at the Edin Dzeko card that we just picked up, well, he's up to 154, as we said. He's going to continue to rise a couple thousand more, and the tax at this price is only 7,000 coins. So in theory, most of the time I like to go with a lot of Dzekos. I could buy how many? Probably 15, 12 to 15 of these Dzekos for the price I can buy one Inform Neymar. And then that one Inform Neymar is going to have so much tax. So I just think that the overall percentage that this card rises is going to be probably higher than Neymar. And on top of that, Neymar is going to be in packs till Wednesday. Dzeko goes out of packs on Friday, tomorrow. So it's a much better investment, in my opinion, and that's why I went this direction rather than Neymar. But he did catch my eye. Nonetheless, guys, this is going to work very, very well. I'm going to make that profit in something that you guys can capitalize on as well. Here's the thing. In previous years, FUT Champions also gave an opportunity, but this year you get those FUT Champion rewards right after you finish. In fact, it was the same thing last year, but in previous years before that, they would come out at about the same time as Division Rival rewards, or in the same day at least, and you could basically double dip with these kind of investments and they would really skyrocket. It's not the case this year. Division Rivals seems to be the only big rewards that everybody gets at the exact same time that really pushes that buying power up that you can count on every single week. So make sure you're taking advantage of this trading method every single week. Put all your coins into it. I literally put 100% of my coins into these investments. And I really didn't have any fear about it either because I've seen it in previous weeks and we've seen how well it works. There's no reason to be afraid to just put all your eggs in one basket and just invest during this time because the buying power really just pushes the things up on the market. And here's the thing. Most of the community is still afraid to invest in cards at this time. They're still afraid to buy cards right before division rivals because they're like, oh, well, I could buy my card right now, but with all this supply coming from division rivals very soon, I'll just wait until then to buy, which just makes it even worse and makes these cards rise even quicker. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this Fikeo Tomori card. Right now, he's 192,000 coins, which I'm comfortable with. He's already getting close to profit for me, but he's not quite there yet. But again, that's a card that we do not need for him to skyrocket for us to make profit. For Dzeko, for Zaha, I don't want to wait till 6 p.m. content. I would like to sell these cards within the next, I'd say, 6 hours. I don't even want to wait until like the hour or 2 hours before 6 p.m. content. I would rather sell well before that time. So for now, Dzeko's at 155. Hopefully he gets to 160, and I'll probably sell around 160, 165. I would love for him to hit 165, but we'll see how high he goes. The next thing I want to talk about today is some leaks, and one of the big leaks that we are seeing right now is this Insigne Rule Breakers leak. So there's a couple cards that are going to be in Rule Breakers 2 that we know of, which is Musa Sissoko. He's obviously been a huge FUT card in previous years. Everybody loves Sissoko. And then you've also got Marino, who is a pretty well-balanced card. I think that everybody's going to look at that, that 81 pace on Marino here, and they're going to say, well, that card isn't that amazing, but 85 dribbling, 86 defense, 86 physicality, 85 passing, 75 shooting. That looks like a great center defensive mid as long as you can change him to a CDM, or you can just play him at center mid and move him in-game. Either way, a very good card in my opinion. So those cards are going to be coming on Friday. Insigne might come today, but I'm not expecting it because Messi's Player of the Month should be coming today. Messi should be getting a Player of the Month squad building challenge, which is going to be very expensive, let's be honest. But there will be some people that do it. It depends on the upgrade that he gets. Radamel Falcao we saw today. A lot of people doing this squad building challenge, and not so much for David Alaba. I know we made some investments for David Alaba a couple of days ago. I even invested in like 5 or 6 Austrian managers. Didn't work out because, well, the price of the SBC was just a little bit ridiculous. It's not a bad card. It's definitely usable. But when you're spending 350,000 coins on this kind of SBC, that's really just going to be outdated within a couple of months, or within a month maybe at this rate, because we've seen how quickly they continue to drop squad building challenges and new promos. And every new promo seems to be better than the last. And that's just how they've been operating. How long are you going to be using that card, and is it worth 350,000 coins in October? Maybe in August, maybe in July, maybe in June, in the summer towards the end of the game. Not so much this early for an untradeable Alaba. I think you're sinking coins in the wrong area, and that's why not very many people did it, and that's why some of the investments that complementary links to it didn't go up quite as much, because just not very many people did it. Falcao, on the other hand, is much more affordable. You can do him for 40,000 coins, and the card's also usable. So we definitely have had our fair share of good SBCs as well as bad. Max 86 icon upgrade. Again, it is a decent SBC for this early in the game. It is affordable for most people, 130,000 coins. You've just got to be careful with SBCs this early. How much are you playing Weekend League? How much are you playing Division Rivals? If it's a lot, you know what? Roll the dice. Maybe you'll get Vieira. Maybe you'll get Hullet. Maybe you'll get a usable icon. For 95% of people, I'd say, you're going to get an icon that is just not very good. That might fit into your team right now, but within a couple of weeks, probably not. So it is going to be a risk, okay? And if you are like me, who really values his coins, who really does want to keep our coins for better opportunities, I would probably stay away from this SBC just for the fact that there's only a couple of cards. The odds are so low. It is a huge gamble to really pay off. I just don't think it's worth it. But Messi's Player of the Month should be, very expensive. You're going to be looking at like 1 million coins to complete the SBC most likely, because it is an upgrade on his base card, which is already a couple of 100,000 coins, of course, and it's tied for the highest rated player in the game. So it's definitely not going to be a cheap SBC, and we'll see how that changes SBC fodder. If it is affordable, if it is less than 1 million coins, maybe we'll see more people do it. But looking at fodder right now, we're already seeing a little bit of movement on it. We're already seeing a couple of these cards go up in price. If we take a look at 85 rated players, Patrick Schick is a decent example because he's definitely not being used in game very much. You can see just in the last couple of days, these cards have already started to rise. I think Radamel Falcao is definitely contributing to this, maybe a little bit with the Alaba, and probably a lot to do with that 86 maximum icon SBC. So we're already seeing movement on these cards, and if you want to see the cheapest cards for each rating, there is a tab on Footbin. If you scroll to the SBC icon on the top, and then you scroll down to cheapest players by rating, it'll give you a list of all the cheapest players for each rating. And if we take a look at, let's say, 87 rated cards, we've got David De Gea here, who just a couple days ago was 15,000 coins, and now he's, peaking up to about 20,000 coins. So we're already seeing movement on SBC fodder, but if they drop this Messi SBC and it ends up being an affordable SBC, then we're probably going to see even more movement on those cards. One more thing that we are seeing now is these Foot Champion upgrade packs. It's something we've seen in the past. It's something that generally hasn't been the greatest value, especially given the fact that you need to submit, I believe it's a full squad of cards. Exchange of Foot squad of Foot Champions players. Yeah, so it's 11 Foot Champs players. I don't believe there is any rating requirement. It's 81, which shouldn't be an issue for anybody. But normally people try to stay away from that. For me, in the past, I've always just gone and taken my Foot Champs players that I've gotten, which, to be fair, weren't the greatest for me this time around either. I've never really gotten too lucky with those Foot Champ choices. We've got Martinelli, Frimpong, and Pepe, all pacey players. Frimpong maybe usable off the bench. I could use these guys for sure. But I've normally just thrown them into other SBCs for their rating, like an 84 rated card into just a normal SBC, just like a normal 84 rated gold card, rather than doing that Foot Champs upgrade. But to each their own. And it really just depends on your club and what you need for it. That's about it for me today, guys. I hope that this trading method helps you guys out as much as it's been working for me. And before you guys head out, I did want to say thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to comment Jekko in the chat or in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to heart every single comment that says Jekko, especially today, given the fact that I am a bit sick. I wasn't sure I was going to upload this morning. It is a later upload. I mean, it's still early morning uploads. That's when I always upload, but a little later than normal just because I wasn't sure I was going to even get through this video. I am not feeling well, but I wanted to push through for you guys. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video. That's it for me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.